Hey, welcome to BreitWerks. What are you looking at? 1986 930S. We are dealing with AC stuff today, so it took a minute to get the evap fan, or the condenser fan working. Evap fan worked great. This little relay needed to be woken up. So we've got the motor idling, we set the timing, so all that stuff's good. And we have finished about 4 hours of vacuum. We purged it, vacuumed it, purged it, vacuumed it. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna load this little guy up with a charge. So in all of our purging, we had taken out about a 1.5 ounces of the 3 ounces we put in. Total system is 6. So we're gonna need to put in 4.5 ounces of oil, and we're gonna put in probably 1050 grams. So 0.5, and we'll do the oil on the high side. We'll do it in ounces. So 0.45. All right, now we're gonna get this set up. She's gonna do her thing, and we'll get her started up. See if she makes some cold air. All right, put everything in, so we are going to hit continue and disconnect the high side service hose. So get that guy out of the way. Make sure none of our belts are touching anything. And I believe I still had the battery unhooked, so we're gonna need that to get her to start. There we go. Neutral. Let's see. Give her just a second for the idle to come up. There it goes. Okay, now we're turning our fan on high. We've got our analog thermometer, we've got our digital thermometer. We're gonna see what happens here. So I'm actually going to, it's only 85 degrees nominal right now, but I'm gonna shut this window. Maybe give her a couple of little revs. There we go. Hey, look at that, temp's already coming down over here. And the owner had installed the bow tie, and the bow tie is blowing air too. So we're at 73. Give her just a minute. So just doing the hose equalization right now. Doing its job, we'll come back to it. Alright, we got her at 65.5, but I feel like we could probably go a little lower than that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back here. We'll get everything set up. What we're going to do is we'll reconnect. We're going to see what our pressures are. Alright, so we did two things. I tightened the belt up a little bit. It was bouncing. What we're going to do now is we're just going to see what the pressures are. So we're going to hook up our adapters, and high side should come up. See where she's at. That's a little high for my liking. See where the low side's at. That's a little high too. Put the rear lid down. Yeah, that high pressure was way too high, and I don't think we didn't really find any restrictions. So what we're going to do is we're going to recover everything we just put back in and make sure we got our valves open. Yep, okay. And we're going to let her pull all of that out, and then we'll do another hour back, because that was just far too high, and it wasn't cooling like it should. I mean, yeah, 65 degrees sounds good to all the guys without AC, but we want to get into the 50s. So we did 2 more hours of vacuum, and now we're going to put the same amount of Freon back in it. See if that helps anything. So we'll see what happens. Right now he's charging. Take a couple minutes. Won't bore you guys. So in YouTube time, it's only been a minute, if that. But we've got our pressures down. We've got a fan blowing through the rear condenser, and let's see where we're at. 54.3. Oh, wow, that's nice and chilly. Down around, what is that, about 12 degrees centigrade? So 54.1, it's still coming down. Ah, yes, fantastic. All right, well, I'll show you what happened and why. Wait a minute. We may make it down to 53. Let me give it a couple more revs. A little more air under that fan. 53.8. Yes, I will take that all day long. All right, so what did we do? Well, we changed the rear condenser because the delta T between this fitting and this fitting on the original was not quite getting us anywhere, which most likely meant it had a restriction. And, you know, looking at the lines, it didn't show an obvious sign of a restriction, but that's the reality of it. So the challenge now is going to be, you see my clay? This gigantic intercooler and this condenser don't really want to live in the same place. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to find a way to move the condenser in that direction. But that is simply a mechanical problem. Looks like we've got some room at the top, a little bit anyway. But yeah, so it comes all the way out to here. So we actually need to go over like an inch, or go with a factory replacement. So we'll figure out which one is the most cost-effective way. But yeah, so all new parts except for the rear condenser. And yeah, we're getting to the point where, you know, 1986, 40 years, just every damn thing needs to be replaced. Anyway, all's well that ends well, so we'll figure out how to get this sorted, or maybe we just go back to the original baby intercooler. No, we're definitely not going to do that. All right, hey, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day, and check us out at BreitWerks.com.